welcome back.
Okay, so as the holiday season is approaching, we're very excited for this, but there's things that we're already thinking about. Like, for instance, our kids are not going to be on the same schedules that
Or schedule at all.
Right, and they'll probably be consuming a lot of treats.
Candy.
Right. So we know that this is going to create some, I'm going to let you say this, or behavioral issues, right?
Yeah.
And we don't want to be negative about it. It's not like we want to survive the holidays. We want to enjoy them and thrive with our kids.
We're going to be proactive.
Yes.
So that's why you brought Kelly here today.
We're planning. So we have one of our favorite parenting coaches, Kelly Bourne. You're probably familiar with her. Hi, Kelly.
Hi. Hello. So good to see you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming to speak with us today. So we want to get parents prepared for the holiday season and give them some good tips and tricks to enjoying it with their kids. Because we know that we're not going to be on schedule.
Is there a mistake we all make, like that we could maybe not do?
Expectations.
Okay.
Like the second you said that,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Have none.
Well, we all
knocked my head.
and just forgetting about the shoulds. And the fantasy, because the more we focus on, well, I think we do. We all have this fantasy of this magical Christmas time.
We're all cuddling.
Yeah, and like kumbaya, everybody's getting along.
My daughter's pulling her pull-ups off, screaming.
Exactly, because that's reality with kids, right? Like, it's a wonderful holiday, but our kids are still kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And the more that we're focusing on that fantasy, we're missing out on those moments.
That's such a good point.
We can really close right with that point. I have no expectations.
No, but
just throw them out the window.
It's so true. Have realistic expectations, right?
Yeah, and just and really just forgetting about that fantasy, because making your gingerbread house, it does. That picture perfect thing that you're trying to achieve is like somebody busted here when there's someone in trouble.
So
I'm just really good at gingerbread house.
she's the artistic one and I'm not. We did a gingerbread activity last year and her house was like this and my kids, we came to pick mine up after and it was like this. So yes, you're right. And now I have realistic expectations.
Well, and the thing is, the enjoyment that you both got from making your gingerbread houses, it doesn't matter. The end product doesn't matter.
It's the experience.
And exactly, focusing on the fun and just having that expectation that things might go a little bit sideways. There might be a bucket of flour all over the floor. But when you're prepared for it, it's so much easier to get in that calm mindset instead of just trying to control everything and that gumdrop doesn't go there and put that pretzel over here. Like, just chill.
I would imagine that falls in line with managing our patience, right?
Oh, completely.
Okay, so please give us some tips on managing our patience.
I know, and it's hard because at this time of year, we're like stressed to the max, cold and flu season, plus tied in with our kids. Their impulse control isn't the greatest,
and
right?
your extended family.
Exactly.
Are we going there?
No, but I think that there's
so
what
true.
You're saying is true. There's so many stressors that are not normal for a normal day. And so then like just mom and dad, I think that we have our own stresses with we're spending all this money, we've got to get everything to be perfect, we have our families in town, we've got to have a turkey done, and our kids are crazy.
Exactly.
And it's like we all lay it out on them, right?
Yeah,
I know. And the last thing we want to do over the holidays is yell at our kids or be, feel like we're being mean moms or bad parents, right? You don't want to have those moments.
Well, and I think a lot of it too is instead of focusing on managing their behavior, manage their environment. Really look at, if you don't want your kids eating tons and tons of treats, don't put 50 things of jubes out on the table, a free-for-all before dinner. Like just managing those kind of things. And then the other thing is focusing on the why. Why are we going to this event? Why are we going to this party? Why are we doing this? And make more conscious choices. So instead of just doing things because that's how we've always done them, or that's just what we do, if it hasn't been working for you for 5 years and it's causing a lot of stress and anxiety, it might be time to rethink
that Christmas function you're going to.
It is. Well, and it's not about avoiding it or escaping it. It's really just making an empowered decision for your family. Do we need to be doing this?
Right, and I can really relate to that because I have an 8-month-old baby who she naps twice a day and she goes to bed no later than 7:30 every night. And I am not going to be changing that over the holidays. There's just no way. So we're all going to have to kind of function around that.
Yeah. She's just using this as a forum to let everybody
know.
know.
Everyone in my family knows.
No, but that's a really great point because as much as we need to manage our own expectations, it helps to manage our family's expectations. Because if grandmas and grandpas or aunts and uncles are having their own fantasies of what Christmas is going to be like, just being open and honest with them ahead of time, like, okay, we can come to the party, but we need to leave by 12:30.
Or we may be an hour late, like don't be angry.
And just say, this is what's going on for us right now. We're doing our best and we're really looking forward to celebrating with you. But just keeping those lines of communication
I think going
open.
into those events too with like the game playing with the kids, like we just went to a family Christmas event already with my dad's side, and we had said we're going in at this time, we're going to be here for this long, and I let my dad know when we got there we were leaving at this time no matter what. And as soon as I started saying, they're like, what are you talking about? They're still behaving. And I'm like, I've got 5 minutes to get out of here.
Because we know.
Or else it's going to be real bad, real fast.
Yeah. That has happened to me so many times.
Yes, and it's like we all push it, right? And I think that's another mistake I think we commonly make is we push it because they are behaving really well or they're having a great time. But there is that line where we know they're going to go,
they're gone.
They're over. And then you have to deal with picking them up and screaming and kicking, and it ruins the whole experience because now we're angry again.
Absolutely.
So I think sticking to those is really important.
Oh, it's huge. And just even how you were letting those expectations be known with your family, doing the same with your kids, especially because we push the limits a little bit over Christmas, of course, right?
We do.
To watch the extra Christmas movies, stay up a little bit later, have fun, but then constantly letting them know what to expect. Like, okay, guys, let's start this movie. We have 20 more minutes. We have 10 more minutes. You can even set, like, I'm a huge fan of external timers because it takes some of the pressure off of us because you've talked about it. Okay, 20 more minutes. They know when the timer goes. It's not mom saying, okay, guys, let's go.
Yes.
We've agreed on this, and this is what
we do that timer a lot too. Now my son will be like, don't start the timer yet. When he's ready, I'm like, it's okay, buddy. There's really a timer. I'm just
last year.
Even this morning at breakfast, my youngest, who's 3, he says, Mom, turn your head around backwards. I'm like, what are you talking about? I look behind me at the microwave. What time is it? School time. And it was 7:02. So he knows at 7 o'clock we go upstairs and put our clothes on for the day.
It's created a great routine.
I do with my kids too, letting them know the agenda for the day. That works well because then they know what to expect. So,
absolutely.
I wonder if like you insert little bits of routine, does that help? Like if like, you know, the days you're not doing things, does that help or is that just a waste? Like
I think that's awesome, especially when it comes to sleeping.
Yeah.
Because if we're traveling, if we're away from home, we're staying up late, and sleep for all of us with young kids, it's
crucial.
Huge.
Yeah.
So it's allowing for that extra bit of fun, but then when it's time for bed, keeping that same routine. So even if you're going to bed an hour and a half later, still do the stories and jammies and cuddles just like you would if you were going to bed.
We struggle with that one, and I'll be super honest there. Like my husband and I, you know, it's an hour after bedtime, and we're like, get into bed, go, and they're like all of a sudden
they need that
losing
routine because it's been too fast.
What about my stories?
We get that too.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, it doesn't work. Yeah. So make sure we stick to that routine.
Yeah, and just have that mental note that like, okay, if we've said that they can watch movies until 8:30, then you still add your 15 minutes on to know to do the stories. Because the same thing happens with us. Like, well, wait, what about the story? So we add that in, and it just makes it a lot easier for everyone else.
These are such great tips. Yeah, and we really want to enjoy the holiday with our families and keep our kids, you know, happy. And I think that we should like consider how they're feeling in that time and not put too much pressure on them to be perfect. Right?
Key point here is we're not going to have any expectations.
Yes,
and just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. Really.
Yeah. We just gotta enjoy the ride.
Okay, enjoy the ride.
Just enjoy it. Go with the flow, because when you can do that, even if everything is a disaster, like even if the cat knocks over the Christmas tree, even if your gingerbread house is burnt to a crisp, if you can just find the magic in the little moments, it doesn't matter.
Well, these are great tips. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Okay, for more information, you can follow Kelly on our website at kellybourne.ca.
All right, that's it for the show, and we'll see you next week.